Megaforce, an elite compact fighting unit armed with the most sophisticated weapons ever seen on a movie screen.
Hello everybody, welcome to another, not a cartoon commentary, I guess it's a live-action cartoon commentary. It is movie commentary time, 1982's Megaforce, and you're going to have to pop some Lactaid for this one if you're lactose intolerant. This is going to be, I think, glorious. I hope. I've seen the animated GIFs, and I absolutely love, you've seen me do it on the live streams a lot, the little kiss on the thumb salute. And walking into the mouth of not hell but cheese is Eric, as always. Eric, how you doing today from the Isle of Man?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Looking forward to this one.
And
laughing already.
When was the first time you saw Megaforce?
I think I rented this as a kid. There was a corner VHS video store that like essentially down the street from me, and I remember seeing the cover of this and just thinking, "Oh my God, that looks like the best movie ever." And renting it. Yeah, it's during the summer, when the parents were home, and you'd get a different movie every day, and I think this is one of them.
And also joining us, Scuba Pete. How you doing, good brother?
I'm just trying to choke down some of this cheese.
Got some cheese stuck in your rebreather.
Yeah.
Any Megaforce memories for you? Did you see this when it first came out?
I did not see it when it first came out. Like Eric, I remember as soon as I saw the movie poster for it, I'm like, I remember seeing that on the VHS rental shelf at our little place. But Mom and Dad were like, yeah, no. We always pick something else, but I do remember seeing that cover.
And I have absolutely no memory whatsoever. I've never heard of Megaforce. I only heard about it in this past year, and it got brought up somewhere in one of the chats, and I was like, what is that? And it's kind of funny, all these years later, seeing the poster for the first time, I had the same reaction you guys did when you saw it as kids all those years back. I just thought, what is this and how has it eluded me?
Yeah.
And I've seen some clips doing some setup here and tests on the video and all that stuff, the spandex outfits. Barry, this is going to be awesome.
Very sleek.
So we're going to pick a synchronization point here, where to sync the movie. There's probably going to be a couple of different versions. So the version that we're watching right now has some kind of a logo coming up, but we're gonna pause it at a point so that we can all sync up together, because these things change over the years. Fortune Starr is the version we're watching right now, but maybe you're watching an old print, like an 8mm film print. But how about we pause? Okay, this is a good place to pause. The red text just came up. So if whatever version you're watching, it's on DVD. I don't know if it's on Blu-ray, but whatever version online you're watching, you just pause it when the text first comes up, and I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, play, and on play you press play. Everybody ready out there? And here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, they actually read it to you.
Got the VO going and everything.
So you don't have to read it.
just keep your eyes closed and start here.
Oh, that is.
I have to say, you had mentioned Blu-ray, and I think this is one of those movies that might actually be better in low res, like in standard def.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
Otherwise, it's going to ruin the Introvision.
Yeah.
I missed that blurb there, but you guys have researched this. This is interesting. My first time ever watching this movie in its entirety, but you guys have seen this before?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what was that little blurb about?
It was basic.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's basically describing that these guys are basically G.I. Joe, right?
Yeah. It's live action G.I.
Right.
Joe. It's and more specifically, it's kind of like 82, 83 G.I. Joe. So if you,
Much, yeah.
I think I'll love this. The music is already awesome.
Love the I don't know, reduced color intro here.
Introvision.
Yeah.
I would prefer to watch something that's genuinely old school and vintage, something made in 1982, rather than when they try to do this these days, sometimes it comes off as cynical or mean-spirited. So it's like, I don't know, that not Chips, Starsky and Hutch movie that they made a few years ago. It was funny, but at some points, it's like, oh, they're really making fun of this. Whereas this is just genuine. Like, it turns out now it's funny. It wasn't supposed to be funny, but I think
It
it's
was
just
very clearly made to be serious for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was.
the guy eating it on the motorcycle. So there's one thing I have to talk about. We talked a little bit about this introversion this Introvision as we were warming up. This is actually really interesting. I think this was one of the first times it was used. It was a way that they layered photographs to where it could look like people were walking in and out of these kind of fake backgrounds.
Yes,
Very early
correct.
kind of like virtual set sort of thing. Yeah. And I, for the life of me, so I haven't actually watched this, for a long time, but I'm really looking forward to seeing if we can spot where these fake backgrounds are.
You can. There's so many scenes where you're like, there's no way they built a set for this. Yeah, this was so serious that Bostwick, he signed a 3-picture deal with them with the plan for sequels.
well, never say never.
And it's a shame we've missed out on those.
Right.
Hold out hope. Can you imagine 2025 Megaforce 2?
Ooh. Still cheesy.
I love his name in this movie, Ace Hunter. It's like, let's just take random heroes from the 80s and put the names together, like Optimus Flint.
I could just see it now. See him as a what would it be? General Hunter. He could take up the Hawk role.
President Hunter. So these guys like Cobra?
I think so, right?
Yes. These are the bad guys.
I thought it might be fun because I think the biggest allure to this movie is Joe fans. There's Joe fans watching this because it kind of scratches that itch that Rise of Cobra and Retaliation didn't. It's like, we want live action Joe, and this is kind of more live action Joe than the official live action Joe. It's like third party live action Joe.
Right.
Maybe I was going to say it would be more fun if we call like Cobra and G.I. Joe code names and vehicle names. But another way to go also might be, what was that? The knockoff O-ring line.
The Core?
The Core. Lenard's The Core. Like, this is a Lenard's The Core movie.
Yeah. I could imagine them getting the toy line.
Somewhere in the middle of the Nevada desert.
And there was a toy line, actually. Shout out to Adam Kahn, AC Toy Design. A little Matchbox toy line associated with this. Although, like, everything got a Matchbox toy line. I think Manimal had a Matchbox toy line. But there were a few little die-cast vehicles, which is awesome. The vehicles in this movie are great. Not just the standard ones we're seeing here, but like later on when you see the one that looks like a Crossfire, G.I. Joe Crossfire, and
oh yeah,
and like a total like Ram cycle or Mirage cycle. This ain't too shabby.
We don't want to spoil the end, but that's a very G.I. Joe.
This ain't too shabby here. Like, for going into it expecting total 80s cheese and low budget, this is not low budget. Cheese, yes, but not low budget.
So this is a little anecdotal, but these tanks, I'm sure they just rented from somewhere around Los Angeles, but in LA there's all these places that you can, productions can rent these tanks from. And a lot of times if you get a close look at them, they're like, a lot of them are like bunches of plywood and kind of fake bits put on to kind of look like a Russian tank or stuff like that. But one of the places we used to go in uni was one of these places that rented out all these vehicles. But it was really cool because you could kind of like go around and look at it sort of like a museum, if you will. And we used to go there and sketch in our sketching course. But they were one of those companies and they just had everything in an open field that used to rent stuff out to these kind of productions that would be doing this stuff. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome. This music is so G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of military.
And now it's Casual Friday.
total. Like, I got to find the soundtrack for this because it's very in the spirit of G.I. Joe. And I don't think it was a case of one ripping off the other, because this would have been in production while Real American Hero was in production. If anything, maybe the cartoon was influenced by the movie. But that was Devin from Knight Rider we just saw.
Yeah,
That's right.
Edward Mulhare, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, Mulhare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come in, Michael.
Just stopping out here for some reason.
Take you out in the desert, leave you for dead.
Even though it's a movie, I love how this looks and feels because I've been watching a lot of it lately, like 80's TV. This totally looks like a Knight Rider or A-Team or Airwolf look to it. Would have been maybe a better series than a movie.
The lovely Persis Kambata.
Loved her in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh, which one was she in?
She was in the motion picture. She was Ilea, Lieutenant Ilea, the one with the shaved head.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have recognized
She was
her.
like, she was Miss India or something like that. Like Miss India 76 or something like that.
Hey, this cinematography ain't shabby.
No.
Like the depth of field, the camera, the lighting. This is a good looking movie already.
Yeah.
And obviously the shot we're looking at right now, it's absolutely stunning looking with Devin, very handsome Englishman. Cobra. You got a little cameo by Cobra Commander there. What's a man? Yeah, it's going to be cool to find all the little G.I. Joe connections. It kind of also looks like the engineer from Star Trek Voyager. The Klingon one. Torres. Cobra.
You have to wonder if the snake was intentional that way.
Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting.
I found this thing around the set and I'm like, let's use it. Let's use it.
So, like, the fourth time after we see the snake, they give us the danger cue for the music.
Right.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. Here we go. Is this Michael Beck? Dallas? Let's see.
Dallas.
Yes, it is.
Had it. I like his skull shirt.
Yeah.
Pinch is all it takes.
So a friend of mine did a project with Michael Beck a few years ago, and he said that he looks exactly the same, haircut and everything, except his hair's now gray. He says he's like the spitting image of what he looked like in The Warriors and these films.
So this would be Wild Bill without the mustache and sunglasses?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll call him Wild Bill. But he kind of looks like a Von Erich, too, for the wrestling fans out there. He kind of looks like a cross between David Von Erich and Kevin Von Erich.
Like he gets her luggage and he's like, get your own general. Where's Kit when you need it?
Oh.
Shot a hole in his bag.
Yeah. Blimey, Yankee put a hole in my bag.
Like a Trans Am, perhaps? Trans Am. They stick a guy who's, how tall is Hasselhoff? 6'5". They stick him in a Trans Am. Sorry about banging your head for 4 years there, Hoff. Wow.
Hologram.
Oh,
That hologram was the cat's meow.
Check out the Ecto-1 mobile.
Oh, yes. The little thing on the top. Is this a Megaforce member?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
The old school headphones.
Oh, yeah. I got Sony Walkman. Look, he's like, this was a bad idea.
Are they underground?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I
But they
think
will be
there's
sued.
yeah, I think they're implying that they were sitting out there in the middle of the desert and right near the entrance, right?
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like every similarity that comes out, I'm going to get more and more suspicious. Like, the pit and.
I like this.
Oh, here we go.
Cool.
Negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
Negative who? What's his name?
The dialogue. This was just an excuse to show off all the twinkly lights.
Yeah. So 82, this would have been after Alien. Trying to think of some, and the first Star Trek. Give me some more of that G.I. Joe music.
Mm-hmm.
Get the drum riff going in.
I love the G.I. Joe style of music. It's a fusing of military and funk, like 70s funk.
Very heroic.
We're just going to pull between these two oddly shaped rocks.
Some of these vehicles,
Look,
There we go.
Battlestar Galactica 1980.
Megaforce.
Meets chips.
This totally needs to be a subline of G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah. Stop cruising. Very heroic.
Take my right, Paunch. The random colored balloons for target practice.
Damn balloons.
Poor kid having a birthday party in the desert.
Those are,
Yeah,
they're
pyrotechnic of those balloons is just amazing.
They're shooting like they're exploding, shooting balloons with rockets, and I can totally. Oh, that guy almost wiped out.
The right almost ate it.
Almost a Road Warrior moment there. Totally, the Mirage is inspired by this with the rockets on a motorcycle. Street Hawk too. Yeah, this is what the Joe fans tuned in for. These are gorgeous.
Oh yeah. They're just sitting there like, what the heck are they doing?
The cocked eyebrow. Huh. Oh, he just hit that
place rocks.
He just hit that ecto thing on the roof. I so want a PSA at the end of this movie.
Oh, he just pops a wheelie just because.
Is this Barry? I think this is Barry, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
There we go.
Ace Hunter.
Oof.
Oh, the spin and the hair.
And the headband.
Oh, and the beard. Is that the lead singer of the Bee Gees?
Barry Gibb.
What's
he doing in this movie?
Hey, Barry.
I like that he blows off the general and goes straight for the major. Hello.
Oh, he's already getting his chops busted.
Mm-hmm.
I love the dialogue. We've come from halfway around the world to watch you blow up balloons. I will say Barry Bostwick has just next level amounts of swagger in this movie.
Watching the chat comments from the Patreon tribe here, Vince is saying Riker. There's definite Riker vibes here. I think this movie that a lot of people don't know about has inspired a lot of things. I wouldn't be surprised if Jonathan Frakes watched this movie and went, "Yes, that's how it's done." The headband is just glorious. I need to start wearing one.
Yeah.
It said that he was just off of Pirates of Penzance, and that's why he kept the beard from that.
Oh, okay.
That works.
Got to have a good mustache on any military top secret anti-terrorist team.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the Chuck Norris effect.
Yeah.
That's another great movie. Have you guys ever seen Delta Force? It's one of my favorites.
Love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's G.I. Joe without the cheese.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what? It's actually like, this is G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, the cartoon. Delta Force is Larry Hama's Special Missions.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The funny thing is, this movie and Delta Force have a very similar ending.
Happy audience? Lactose digestive problems. Oh, they're going into the... Okay, so this is...
You ready for your first Introvision scene? It's coming up.
It's sort of like going underground, going into a cave. Delta Gamma Mark IV? BA? Did this also inspire A-Team partially?
I could see that in some way if the guys that created A-Team
there you
saw
go.
this. Oh wow, that actually really doesn't look too bad, to be honest with you.
That looks amazing.
Yeah,
it's pretty good, isn't it?
Holy smokes! I would have thought that's a real set if you hadn't.
Nope.
Well done. Kind of reminds me of Airwolf in the shots when they're in the canyon.
Yeah.
Oh man. And
Airwolf is parked there. That's better than a lot of 80s blue screen. Yeah, this is a total high budget looking thing. I don't think the poster did it any favors, really. Like it kind of looks like A Boy and His Dog, or one of those really cheap late 70s, early 80s movies.
Well, the director, I believe, this was his first movie. I think Hal Needham.
Yeah.
No, Hal Needham. Yeah. This was his first film, and he was like a major stuntman kind of guy, and throughout the 70s. Like, you look at any of the big movies in the 70s, and he was the stunt director or coordinator for them. But I think this was sort of his big directorial debut, if I'm not mistaken.
Bob is watching along, and he's asking if that's Swan from the Warriors, the cowboy guy. It is. And Bob also says he's Wild Bill's younger brother. He has the worst job in this.
More Introvision.
I'm impressed. So what's the technique with Introvision again? How do they do it?
I'm not positive, but I think it looks similar to sort of like a map painting idea, but apparently they were able to layer the photo optically, so you could get action that goes like in front of and behind elements from the shot. So like this, when they go drive in here
into the tunnel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was part of it.
Yeah, that's better than just regular old green screen. Mm-hmm. Kind of like it. Honestly, it's better than in Return of the Jedi when Han and Lando are standing in front of the painting of the Falcon. You know, right? You're going to take care of her, right? I'll take care of your painting. It won't get a scratch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love they're all of a sudden just in a regular hangar too.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Look at that jet. It's like the Night Raven.
Oh, yeah. Combo Sky Striker Night Raven.
It was new Russian technology.
Wow.
So many bikes.
They have more bikes than members, don't they?
Yeah.
And that's a total Joe-looking tank thing right there. Like,
that looks like from Buck Rogers.
Yeah. That it kind of looked like one of those Desert Fox or something like that.
Yeah.
I looked before this week when we were originally talking about it, and there seems to be quite a community of people that do custom Megaforce vehicles. You know, like they've done the motorcycle and they've customized Joes into Megaforce guys.
Oh, that would be excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd love to see those. I'm digging this. Like, this is amazing.
It really is, especially when you remember the year this came out. I mean, this is darn good. I mean, you know, it looks like a big production.
It's before so much other stuff. Like, it's not a copy. It's actually a trailblazer. And just that scene before, I love how Ace Hunter had his gloves tucked right on his belly in a spandex suit. Just the interesting placement of the gloves. They're going to go right there. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's all dolled up now.
Ooh.
Have you seen my ascot?
Look at how that whatever that thing is called on the chest pulled down. That's total
Very Cobra
Luke
Commander.
or Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. You know, pulling the one thing down.
Or Kirk in Wrath of Khan.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is before all of that.
Yeah. This is just a trend-setting film.
Yeah, this guy's he's got it.
Look at that bouffant hair, though. I mean, that's some time with a brush and hair dryer.
Diffuser. And beard,
I'm
too.
talking about him, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I was, too. And the beard.
Yeah.
I'm sure he blow-dried and diffused the beard. Bob says Megaforce just got canceled on Twitter. Yeah. Different time. Well, at least he's subtle. Uh-oh.
Our hands touched.
Hey, where's the 6 feet? Physical. Oh, different time. Oh, I dig that.
Yeah, these are...
Yeah.
Total Crossfire. Ostriker Crossfire blend.
Any of you guys remember those Tamiya remote control cars? And they made ones like that looked almost just like those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made a black spot.
Hey, that's cool. Stealth. That's the Octo camo from Metal Gear Solid 4. Once again, copied off of Megaforce. You know, for a while there when we were doing Star Trek reviews, I'd say, you know, this and that copied Star Trek. Well, I think a lot of stuff copied this too.
The computer. Would you like to play a game of chess?
And you got R.J. McCready sitting there pouring whiskey into it and cheating so-and-so. I could totally see R.J. McCready being a member of Megaforce.
I think that was my Commodore 128 keyboard.
Yeah.
Here's a mind blower. Imagine if G.I. Joe was a subdivision of Megaforce.
Oh. That's getting at the levels of deception.
I'm sure Devin is just listening and seeing all this and going, this will make a wonderful TV show about a Trans Am. I was on a film called Megaforce.
Now, actually, so that was Knight Rider started, was it 83, I think, right? So it wasn't too long after Megaforce, really.
Yeah. It might have been 82 even. 82, September 26th, 1982. So
Right
yeah,
on
they're running concurrently, but the ascot is just outstanding. They all got ascots.
Oh, I love how Dallas has the Confederate flag on his shoulder. Did you see that?
Oh, different time. Yeah, it's not. That's wow. Instead of the American flag, that might have been pushing it even back then. Like, it's one thing to have it in addition to the American flag, but you know what? I'll pass on the old stars and stripes.
So when I lived in Virginia, when I'd first moved there, the first bit of like culture shock I ever experienced in my life was, so I lived in Fredericksburg, Virginia, which is basically where the South starts. And the first time I went into a mall and there was a boutique that was selling nothing but Confederate flag merchandise, and I was like, wow, it's like that is something you just don't see in California.
Well, I would have thought, wow, these guys are real big Freebird fans.
Yeah, there you go. Walk in, Skinner.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard, awesome.
Right.
I love that we're how far into this? A half hour, and so far the only actual action we've seen is some motorcycles shooting rockets at balloons.
Well, I mean, how long is this film? Like 86 minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
And oh no, it's at 1 hour 39. That's actually a decent length. It just makes you wonder if they were padding it to get it feature length.
Yeah, I think so.
I love that this is the Megaforce mess hall.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so classy.
it's fine
Got
dining.
a lit candle in the background.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that when you pointed it out. Thank you. And the wine glasses, geez. Where's the caviar?
They're gonna be talking. You do know that half of our budget went to this scene.
Look at this, they got their own merchandise.
More cheese, Major.
Embroidered napkins.
You just imagine them saying, "This is rather excessive, don't you think?"
Yes, it is. Yes, Pete, fancier than the Sizzler.
Hey, give them that good dinner. They sure can blow up balloons good, right?
Why have I never seen this guy after this? He is pure charisma and machismo.
So the strange thing about Barry Bostwick, he's one of those guys that has been all over, but he always kind of looks a little different. It's like he's one of the guys you're like, who is that? And you're looking and you're like, oh yeah, that name, Barry Bostwick. Oh God, he was in that. He was in that. He was in that. He's been all over the place. I think nowadays he mostly does like those Lifetime movies and stuff like that.
Okay. He probably looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like no gray, no wrinkles. He just decided not to age. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Barry was in that.
Damn it, Janet.
Total G.I. Joe looking tactical map. Like just a perfect blend of military and sci-fi that early Joe, Real American Hero in the 80s just got perfectly.
Listen to all the timeline he rolls off. It's hilarious.
Wow, look at that. That looks fancy. I think that's a practically filmed element that's supposed to look like a 3D graphic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is great. Just laying out the mission.
Right. Are we the red dot or the green dot?
We're the dot you can't see. We're stealth. We're Megaforce. We have special implants in our corneas that allow us to see our dots.
At 26:32, sir, that's not an actual time.
I gotta say, like this far into it, I'm really impressed with the production value. I was expecting really like Star Crash, like bare knuckle. This is more polished looking than some of my favorite 80s movies, like Escape from New York.
Well, I have to say, I was almost shocked when you said you'd never seen it before. This just seemed like the kind of thing you'd just totally dig.
I do now.
Yeah.
This might have to be my annual Halloween movie.
And here comes the cheese.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
Dallas.
And
just there.
Some Looney Tunes, just because.
And thus Roger Rabbit was born. Hey, we should do that. Although Disney had done that before, right? Animation on live action. I think it was Mary Poppins. Oh yeah, the charm.
There are a lot of significant glances in this movie.
Yeah, it's surprising that they're just letting the actors act.
Yeah.
This is really surprising me. Sorry, Pete?
She's like, I'm coming with you.
Well, we'll have to tighten the spandex up a bit. You don't have anything that fits you. Oh yeah. I wish she had a huge helmet so that the hair didn't have to get squished under there.
Right.
Clear helmet.
I love that she's in the red. So you need to know, since you're in red, you'll be the target.
Like those colored balloons.
Wow.
Another significant glance.
That's not a parachute on his back. That's hair products. He's just going to stick the landing on his feet.
Landing like Aquanet. This aerial ballet.
Yeah.
The music.
That's some music.
Yeah. It should be playing like Air Supply.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on there.
Oh, can you spot the green screen or the Introvision? Oh dear. I guess they ran out of footage.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it looks like they got plenty.
You can imagine the shooting schedule. Pickup day scheduled for a green screen. Bring your skydiving gear.
Oh, it is not good intercutting the real stuff with this. Not a good idea.
No.
Oh boy. I love the little slight fan on him, like just a little wind. Oh, of course. It's got to have the colorful parachute.
The enemy would never see this coming.
Yeah, blends right in. Blends right in with his personality, with his charisma.
Does anybody get the feeling that the director watched the flying scene in Superman, the motion picture? So like, we got to do something like that. That'd be awesome.
Oh, someone's got to have a beret and binoculars.
And he's rocking the ascot now.
Yeah, he's like a Papard on A-Team. I will have the largest ascot of all. I'm a movie star. Like that Ace Hunter is in his like night stealth gear, except the baby blue headband and the blonde hair. He doesn't have a stealth headband. I'm surprised they didn't try to do up a helicopter to make it look a little more sci-fi. Like Blue Thunder or something. Ooh, a little bit of first-person shooter here.
It's got to prove her mettle.
Oh, it's a simulator. I was wondering why it looked a little funky.
Oh, yeah.
And thus the first-person shooter was born. Or military first-person shooter.
Rocking the ascot. Look.
Yep. It's spreading.
Megaforce 2, Attack of the Ascots.
Guys, feel free to step away and grab an ascot and just put one on to get in the.
Look how far down she
Oh no! Oh no.
Yes. Was
That where the costume designer stepped in and said, "The zippers need to go down another couple inches, couple more." Okay.
His is lower, of course.
Yeah.
Where's his
cheese
headband?
level is rising.
Who is this guy? I don't recognize him. Oh,
Yeah.
it's Ace Hunter. I didn't recognize him with a headband. And
Anybody else
Ascot.
feel like he needed gold chains in that scene too, right there?
Right.
I think her ascot is tied a little too tight.
Yeah. It's more of a choker.
Yeah, literally.
Well, they didn't want it getting in the way of her zipper.
That suit is spectacular. He's ready to go off into space and fight fatal fluffies.
Very Moonraker is what I was thinking.
Oh yeah,
This
the silhouette.
He's really going after that high art sort of thing
Yes.
right here. It's all silhouette.
I want to go on this mission.
What is she standing next to? A pack rat?
Motorcycle.
Oh, okay. Sorry. What was she saying, Pete?
It just implies like, I want to go on this mission, and I think I love you.
Ace is like, I want you to go on the mission, and I know I love me. I really hope he steps over a chair at some point in this movie when he sits in it.
Yeah, the Riker.
Which would make it the Hunter.
Yeah.
Like, uh-oh.
Started it all.
The Trailblazer. No, Ace Hunter isn't a Trailblazer. He's a Trail Blaster.
Yeah, if you look at the rockets on those motorcycles, it makes you wonder how many of those little like Estes model kits they went through.
So is this dial tone right here? Holyoke, Massachusetts. I would hope everyone has a code name. Oh dear. The spandex.
Yikes.
All right, so he could take a page out of Mindbender and could use a cod piece and a cape. I was going to say and a cape and a monocle. G.I. Joe didn't really have a scientist inventor dude, did they?
No,
That was kind of
so.
Short Fuse and Breaker together were the...
Yeah, they were always coming up with.
How come Devin isn't in spandex?
It's probably like, you're not paying me enough.
The suits are just amazing.
Reaction.
What is happening?
This isn't the job for dolls. Staying back here, dame.
She's no doll. She's my teammate. Yo, Force. Of course.
Oh, wow. Okay. That came out of nowhere.
Hey, I kissed a girl and I liked it. Oh, he's on. That's a total
go,
Pirates of
Pirates.
Penance
There's
moment.
this-
Oh,
There it is.
yes. And I just did that to my screen. That is the ultimate salute. Bob says Megaforce 2, the hunt for more beige. What is he wearing? What? I mean, even by 1982 standards, what is he wearing? There's the old True Heroes Hercules. is that thing malfunctioning? Like,
Sliding on the runway.
Like,
what is all
Look
this
at how strong
smoke?
it looks. Yeah.
The smoke coming out of it? That's, I think, on fire.
I think the winds are blowing it sideways.
Yeah, it was tilting there. Saturday night's all right for fighting. Better get your action in. Elton John as the general. Wow. That is some big time budget right there. Multiple Hercules cargo planes taking off.
this was
So
shot
an interesting factoid. My brother-in-law, who was a pilot in the Air Force, the C-130 Hercules are the planes he flew.
Oh, cool. Did he ever kick a punk out of it like Sarge or like Lift Ticket did with Falcon?
I wish. That'd be a good one.
Which is right where you belong.
Just a side kick right out the rear cargo door.
Did if he did the guy have a rainbow parachute?
I could ask. That would complete the picture.
Gaz is noticed Devin's sunglasses too. I love how Hunter's headband is just glowing in this red light. Everything is red except his headband.
And he switched back to stealth spandex.
Yeah. Or does it change color?
It's got Zartan technology.
The anticipation is killing me.
What?
I feel like he needs some sort of hat or headgear. You know, like Cross Country had his little rebel hat, and Wild Bill had a cowboy hat, mustache.
He definitely needed a cowboy hat. I mean, come on, his name's Dallas, right?
I know. It's like they had it just for that opening scene with him, and then
Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube.
Does it have a bomb in it?
Nope, no one will ever solve this.
It's probably a grenade.
Now, so the dude here that plays Suki, it was bugging me. I had to look it up, but this guy has been in everything. He was in one of the Dirty Harry movies. He was in Knight Rider. He was this guy on the right. It was bothering me because I knew I'd seen him before, but he's literally been in everything in the 80s.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This guy has nerves of steel. This is Stalker right here.
He throws it back.
I like this. This is a cool scene. It's kind of like the mercenary scene in Rambo 4. Just get a quiet moment to find out just how tough everyone is. Or the drop scene in Aliens.
What the?
I did it with my eyes closed.
The pilot chatter.
There's the hat.
There it is.
Yes. Ace Hunter.
Really?
Let's see.
Air sickness. A guy named Ace.
Plop,
Get that.
plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
He's got the BA syndrome. Just put him out for the duration of the flight.
Right?
That's surprising. Uh, these are total glimpses at what a live-action Joe movie in the 80s would have looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just has the fun, the camaraderie, and the swagger that both the cartoon and comic had. It's not trying to be too grounded. And I would totally love it if a plane got shot down and someone parachuted out of it split second after it explodes.
Well, I think I remember reading about this film that you never actually see anybody die. So I think in that respect, I think you do get that G.I. Joe factor.
Mm. Have these guys given any inkling of what they're after, or is it just the standard world domination?
Yeah, I think
Rule the
some
world.
sort of territorial grab, or
Yeah, they've been making incursions into the country next door, wreaking havoc.
They're after Tierra Libre, the Rambo made up country.
I liked him as Kane in Buck Rogers.
Oh yeah, good call. God, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And he cheats at chess.
Now, if anybody knows chess, I wonder if that's an actual setup they've used there.
It's the Bostwick Gambit. Bob says Gaz is just commenting on what a great actor Henry Silva was, great bad guy, and Bob is saying, interesting to me how the 80s action villains had no backstory and the movie was all hero being awesome, and now it's the opposite.
Yeah. It's true. You look at movies now and that's they spend a heck of a lot more time giving the villain believable and I would almost say giving them empathy. Like you understand like why they're doing what they're doing or the method behind the madness, and it's not very often you see one-dimensional villains anymore.
Sometimes they get their own movie. Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love they're just riding out the back of a plane.
Or a series, Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Think we'll see a Cobra. I guess we sort of got that in Joe about a decade ago. The Renegades with the Cobras being in charge, and I don't know. Maybe we'll get an even more Cobra-centric show.
Can we talk about how many times they recycled this launch footage?
Guy's like, hey, how'd you get back on?
That Hercules looks a lot smaller on the outside.
those I guess we had said this already. Those vehicles, these things are awesome looking. They do look like, what are they, stalkers, I think, right?
Yeah.
Those are very cool.
Gaz, when they were jumping out, said guns check, engines on check, mullets check.
Mullets check.
Wow. So many buttons. So few fingers. Oh yeah, here's a Delta Force scene.
Yeah.
Launch the Estes rockets.
Whoa. What's the strategy here? Blow everything up.
Yep. Tanks.
Retreat. Tanks. Retreat. Yeah, that's interesting. Like with Joe, Cobra does something, G.I. Joe comes and rescues the day, saves the day. These guys were just sitting around chilling playing chess. And Megaforce drops in and starts spanking them.
I love the persistent counter in the bottom right of the screen, just to make sure there's some tension there. They've only got 2 minutes and 56 seconds now. It's the shortest offensive in military history. Oh, they got lasers.
Oh, they got freaking lasers.
Yeah, that's real American hero right there. Look at that.
Yeah, did you see that? The little wheel that popped down? Look. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, so it can pivot.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
We still don't have that. We need that. That's amazing. Both in toys and in real vehicles.
Yeah, these cars need that. Oh, there goes a guy on a bike. I wonder if that was intentional.
That's probably a real wipeout.
Wow, that was a heck of that had to have been a model, right? That car jumping.
I don't know.
I don't know.
My dad, whenever we watch old movies like this, I remember he'd always make a point of that. And when he'd see something that was like that, he'd be like, "Nice model."
Yeah. I would think they were doing so much real stuff like that on Dukes of Hazzard that why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Ooh. The lasers,
lasers
are
are
so
cool on those things.
This is all so awesome. You could just chop this out of the movie, watch it as a clip, and go, "What is this? Like, is this G.I. Joe?" Thanks, Daltone. Or is that Mainframe because he's older? Back at Nam.
If nobody has already, this would be a prime movie to cut like a modern trailer out of.
Yeah. Even using this movie and adding the actual G.I. Joe code names, like a fan trailer, like that would be Mainframe there. Barry would be playing Duke. Well, I guess he looks more like rock and roll, though.
Yeah, nice model.
Whoa. A lot of pieces there. A lot of little model pieces. Totally got the Delta Force machine guns on the front of the motorcycle there. Oh, and there were rockets on Chuck's motorcycle too in Delta Force. What year was that movie, Delta Force?
Now, did any of you guys ever, when you were a kid, like tape bits of cardboard on to like make your bicycle look like a motocross bike or anything like that? I used to do that all the time. I'd essentially make sort of like a fairing or try to make it look like a motorcycle. I was just trying to remember if I'd ever tried to make my bike look like an armored.
I actually had a bike that had a fake gas tank on it, and it was a fake motocross bike. It was one of my first bikes. Well, other than the training bikes and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought, don't all bikes have these big plastic gas tanks? But it wasn't a real one. I wish I had seen this movie. I would have tried to put rockets on it for sure.
Uh-oh.
These guys, poor guys. And they're gone.
Oh my.
Vaporized.
They just vaporized them.
They really tore up Mos Eisley.
Wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Holy smokes, it does look like, yeah. That's what happens when you don't retreat. Cobra Commander's watching this, going, amateurs.
I love how high tech this, all the vehicles have been, and then they put this guy in a World War II motorcycle. Follow him.
Now that looks like an APC with a big satellite dish on it. Oh, I love the color scheme.
It looks just left over from Buck Rogers. Like they went in the back lot and went, "Yeah, we could use that."
It should have had a rainbow color scheme though, instead of beige. Oh no!
See, look.
Most one-sided fight in history. The all the guys going after the two guys in the motorcycle inside the car.
G.I. Joe box set in there?
Yeah.
Is he?
This is their very fancy resupply depot. Very chips.
He just gave the thumbs up without the kiss.
The arrow on the front of their helmet. This guy.
Me. And this wheel on this bike. They should blow the cycle up, and then it's just the one guy on foot running from the entire Megaforce.
What in the heck are we doing out here anyway?
Comb the desert.
We ain't found nothing.
General, we have a message from Michael.
This requires standing. So one of the important things of a good movie is to give some challenges to the heroes or hero. Give them some things to overcome. Has anyone in Megaforce so far had anything to overcome yet? 1 hour into this.
Nope.
No, I've just seen a lot of
all showing off
and showing off and significant glances.
Hey, everybody! Look how good we are.
Yeah.
They're good. They might be too good.
Like the one refueling hose. It's like, let me get this dryer vent hose into your vehicle.
Yeah.
I like how everything sounds like a jet. Oh no.
These guys are just, this sucks. I love that. They see them, they stop within visual range. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Oh crap! It's Megaforce. These guys gonna get vaporized too?
Dallas is bringing up a hologram.
I'm still wondering why these guys are so evil. We haven't really seen them do anything brutal like wipe out a... I guess if you don't want it too violent. Oh, there we go.
Random hologram.
That's an oasis.
It's more your Estes rockets.
That's right.
That thing's armed to the teeth. Or is that just baskets? Oh, it's a meta.
Baskets.
Yeah, it's a medevac. Here comes Doc, or Lifeline.
Yeah. If a guy in an orange jumpsuit jumped out, that would be awesome.
Say hello to the bad guy.
Duke!
Somebody new?
No. Nice red ascot.
So, this movie being 1982, Wild Bill coming out in 83, well, I guess a helicopter pilot with a cowboy hat isn't original to this movie, but
Once again, it's Megaforce setting trends.
yeah, I'm thinking Apocalypse Now kind of beat
Yeah.
Megaforce to that. I love the smell of napalm.
Charlie, don't surf.
Bob says Hunter and Duke just had their CIA has you pushing too many pencils moment. So Predator borrowing a little from Megaforce. What is this ascot business?
Forgot to give me my lighter back.
Do you think that headband is an ascot and he just wears it in case he needs an emergency ascot? Who's
You gotta
hurt?
love all the bro love moments in this movie, though.
Oh yeah.
So who's hurt here that they need a medvac?
They're not. That's the bad general from the evil force.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And now you have the general from the other country arriving in his chop off.
The wide stance from Barry.
So Megaforce has just been hoodwinked, basically.
Oh, finally.
Yes.
I was just mentioning these guys are too good.
Yep. They were too good.
Now, it might be better to get physically one-upped instead of hornswoggled and look like fools, but it's something.
Wow, he'd like ditch the accent and everything then.
Yeah,
That's acting.
it's in disguise. He's confused. There's a power struggle. He doesn't understand. Barry just looking left and right like it's a tennis match.
What you guys talking about? Not even your ascot will get you out of this.
Your hair might.
Bob Hansen, we are revoking your blue headband.
This is very captivating. I mean, Barry's hair.
Blowing in the soft breeze.
Only one question for you, General. Do you have any more hair care products with you? He has a press conference in the middle of the desert, wherever the heck they are.
What?
I've got to go set up plausible deniability. Major,
Man, that really steams my spandex. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. This thing's really riding up.
Shit.
Hi, Lieutenant. I know it's your job to stand here and look depressed right now, but
I'm just a girl standing in front of Ace Hunter.
And a tank truck car thing. It is a little funny, like them trying to do a serious dramatic scene, and they're talented. But the spandex, the headband, the zany color scheme on the tank car thing. Yes. You. Again. Oh, yes. This dance, he's literally covering ground, as much ground as he can. There's a long helicopter. It's like a cattle or a limousine helicopter.
I like that he loses that Hispanic accent that he did have when he first landed.
It's a weird scene. It's such a like a live action cartoon, and to have a scene where they're just trying to talk it out, it's so not Duke and Cobra Commander. Maybe the movie could have used like a more over the top, just traditional cartoon villain.
mm-hmm.
Frank Langella, anybody? How about Frank Welker in a live action role? Chris Latta. Oh, he's getting a little more animated. I don't know. He seems more like a villain out of the Rambo cartoon than a G.I. Joe villain. Now that just hurt his feelings.
Now, how are they going to get out of this jam?
Bob says if there's one thing you can't put a price on, it's how many cool nicknames one man can have.
The driver was taking a leak. They left that part in. That didn't hit the cutting room floor.
Oh, the old school printout. Dot
Now, just a
Matrix.
casual observation. Has anyone got a sense of tension at all watching this movie about anything?
Zero. Zero. There's more tension in any G.I. Joe episode. Even the craziest ones. Like
The most tension was the countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the one with the giant vegetables had more tension than this. The Christmas episode had more tension than this. But also, like, thinking the other way, did anyone on G.I. Joe have hair like Ace Hunter?
Ooh.
I don't think any Joe had amazing hair.
Not exactly. Well, there was the Joe. It wasn't Outback, was it? That was based on Chuck Norris's likeness that had pretty spectacular hair. But then that's Chuck Norris.
Yeah, that's more beard hair combo.
Yeah.
But in terms of like an amazing coif, I can't think of a Joe who really had a stunning head of hair. Huh. That's one to throw out to the folks listening along. Throw out in the comment section there. I'm talking on the show. I know some of the figures had a really nice. We're talking about G.I. Joe hair. Wouldn't it be amazing if Flint took the beret off and all of a sudden, poof, just this amazing pompadour? Yep, now that you brought it up, Eric. It's fun, but nothing matters.
Meanwhile, back at the dry lake bed.
And that's what happens when the heroes aren't tested, you know. Dare I throw this term out? Gary Stew?
Gary Stew, yeah.
So, you know, a lot of female characters, they get a hard time when they're invincible, but we're sort of watching it right here where none of the guys have had to, other than like taking a spill on a motorcycle, the random unnamed Megaforce member, you know, it's just his pride has been hurt, that's all.
Radar dish on.
If it had been 90 minutes of just this, shots of this, it would have been pretty good.
Watch him drive around.
Yeah. blowing up balloons, cactuses.
Yeah.
Hey, why do they have so many snakes?
There's another rabbit. Get it.
Missed him by a hair.
And you know, this isn't, I guess, really a movie to be reviewed and dissected in like the modern sense. But why are Megaforce heroes? Other than us being told they're heroes. You know, like every G.I. Joe episode started with a narration of telling us why the Joes are heroes. A ruthless terrorist organization. Oh, they sound bad. I guess anyone who fights them is good.
Yeah, and it's true. And I think the opening VO and opening, well, not quite crawl, but text was just kind of said like, yeah, these guys are out there and they're a special force. And all we've really seen them do is make a extremely short work of a camp in the desert and very little else.
Yeah, that's why I think Delta Force works better, because they're trying to help innocent people. Like there's a scene in Delta Force where that innocent stewardess gets executed. Once that happens, then that makes it an R-rated movie and not appropriate for kids. So it's trickier with this restriction. They're trying to do this for kids. but there has to be some sort of danger, like threat. The bad guys need to kidnap somebody.
Yeah. You don't even see them like, harassing refugees or anything like
Yeah.
that. They're just kind of, you almost feel bad for the bad guys.
I do. I do. Like the scene where they got spanked, where they got obliterated was fun, but in hindsight, what did they do to deserve that? They're just sitting around chilling. Like harassing small animals, anything. Love the filter on the top of the
Yeah.
There's gonna be some scene where they're just like, what did we do to you? We were just having a barbecue.
We were having Miguel's birthday party. These guys just seem like a bunch of bullies.
And they
Leave 'em
could have
alone.
even just, made it clear that these guys had some satellite they were preparing to take over, or something that was going to launch missiles, or something that would give them some degree of threat.
You know
And
what's
it's
always
just not there.
it's always a good one. They want to control the weather.
Yeah. It's the weather dominator. I mean,
The Pyramid of Darkness. Nope.
The weather pyramid. The mass weather pyramid. Hurry up, my moose is expiring. It's got the little earring.
Yeah.
It's got to be one gimmick or the other in this type of stuff. Got to have the earring or the cowboy hat, not both. I guess Barry is setting the standard for multiple gimmicks. Headband, ascot, beard, hair. Heavy metal, is that you? Oh no.
there we go.
Yeah, that's
More switches. More rockets. More lasers.
Let's spank these guys again and call it a day.
The villains are just screaming from the other side of the desert. What did we do to you? Leave us alone. We're just innocent terrorists. Cool gloves with the padding on each finger, running on the top of the finger.
Ultimate show of force.
Yes.
Hercules, like as if they don't have enough ground force. Yeah, again, going back to the lack of tension, it's clear who's going to win this one.
Yeah. Da, 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 da.
There's no way regular tanks and armament can go up against sci-fi looking stuff. What are the Hercs doing? Are they going to drop bombs
They're
or
trying to come in and land.
oh, they got more armament? Like as if Megaforce needs more armament. So this is the wrestling equivalent of sorry?
They're the extraction team.
Oh, okay. This is the wrestling equivalent of a squash match. This is Paul Orndorff versus David Isley. Like there's no doubt what's going to happen here. At least it looks pretty. Oh, we got a little slow motion action going here.
Good pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
So a tank shoots at a C-130 and it just blows off a small panel.
Kind of looks like a HISS tank at the front.
Yeah, a little bit.
Beautiful slow-mo shots.
Oh wow, so it's got some guns too. Oh no, that doesn't. That was the other shop.
Oh boy.
They just got flanked.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Oh, those missile racks are very vamp, or a Stinger, I guess. Cobra Stinger.
I like when some of those missiles just
Gaz has the perfect Megaforce battle cry. Megaforce, good.
So I had to look this up just to see, and apparently, we were joking about these Estes rockets they're firing. Apparently, that's not too far from the truth. Apparently, they had some company that built these model rockets for them, and they were so accurate that they were able to go out and do reshoots, just flop everything around and just reset and do reshoots of these things, and manage to set them off all in the same location. So good on this model rocket maker. These were legitimate model rockets they were using.
I'm looking forward to hopping on IMDb when I'm done here and just reading the trivia for this movie, because I think the kind of like the Super Mario Brothers movie, the story behind the scenes might be even more interesting than definitely more interesting than the story on the screen. There's no story here. It's it's just cool shots cut together. It's an hour and a half long music video. Sorry to everyone who just adores this movie. I think we're given 2 compliments for every criticism here. But
well, there's a lot to like, and there's a good amount to laugh at.
I love this.
Oh, did they get out? I hope they got out. They didn't do the Rambo moment where they jumped out all smoking and coughing.
Well, I'm watching very carefully to see evidence of somebody dying, and I think it's dead on. I don't think you actually ever see anybody die.
So
there was the guy that jumped out of the tank a little earlier, or the APC rather.
So I would think a grenade in a tank would imply they died.
You'd think so.
So they weren't totally like Lou Scheimering it and going, no, we can't even show a hangnail. But at least there's that. This is a rout.
Yeah.
Again.
They're just the Herc got like a panel blown off. It didn't even crash. Wow. Yep. Sid Justice versus Barry Horowitz. They just got power bombed. I wouldn't be surprised if this Herc just started crushing tanks, running over them. Gas says the budget for this was around $20 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot in 1982.
Wow.
They had to pay for all this colored smoke.
Yeah. I love this one. We can't see where we're going, but it's going to look awesome.
Oh, it's going to be great. Rainbow.
Oh, finally someone got hurt. Well, not as in thank goodness someone got hurt.
Oh, and it's
Ace
Barry
Hunter.
too.
Oh, he's down.
Yes.
Man
Yes,
down.
that's Ace.
Man's man down. That's what they should have said. He saw the rainbow and he thought, oh, it's time to go flying because of the parachute. He's got his Furiosa moment. No! Yeah, and he'll just shrug it off. He won't have so much as a limp, I would guess.
Just facing down this entire force.
Yeah, Jon Snow moment.
Director's probably saying, "We've got this crane for the day, and we're going to use it."
Yeah, and we have to be.
Demand a boom shot.
It has to be how long? Okay, I can make that work. 90 minutes? Sure. Okay, now on the other side, guys. What?
Right, yeah. Get in the plane and shoot the same.
Totally. All right, side shot. They're not there yet. They're on motorcycles.
Sir, my motorcycle's still smoking.
More slow-mo. That'll make it 90 minutes.
Here, leave all the gear. It all stays.
How
That's
can
right.
you leave all that?
Well, the funny thing is,
Bug it out.
what are they running from? Because they basically, the bad guys got their rears handed to them the whole entire time. There's nobody. It's like, why are they in such a rush to leave? It didn't look to me like they had. Oh, well, except for that. But
Ace fell. That was it.
he's okay.
When he fell,
He's
they were
fine.
like, bug out, retreat, Ace fell.
That's it, everybody.
Oh, yeah, I don't get this. Why are they happy that satisfied they won?
Tanks running into tanks.
Aren't they a little heavy? Ace will have to pick it up and throw it into the air.
I like the antenna that he had to pull up on his high-tech helmet.
Even in the 80s?
He gave him a cigar.
It's a new age.
Well, that was just the highest of insults to put a guy's cigar in his mouth.
I think
Now,
we're
this scene, and I'm sure everyone that's seen this movie knows this, but where they all look so intense when Ace is chasing this plane down. This is great acting.
This is the tension.
Why don't they wait for him?
Yeah.
The needs of the many.
Oh, okay. And
Michael
plus,
Beck is just really pulling it here.
and they know it's really not a problem. This would actually be, I think, a good movie to release today. Like, there's no tension whatsoever. This, is a movie that I don't think would trigger anyone except for maybe that scene that would cancel Ace Hunter with the lieutenant. Yeah, like, so many questions. Why are you leaving him?
Yeah.
It's it's not exactly Elias in Platoon.
Yeah, forget leave no man behind, right?
Right.
And here's Mask. Condor.
There we
Coming
go. I vaguely remember when I saw this as a kid, this part, thinking, this is the best movie ever.
Flying motorcycle?
Are they surprised? Do they not know about this feature?
I love that. Look at
Come back into it,
Looks
you
like a
old
beer
so-and-so.
You old such and such.
Come on, Ace. Make it to us. You get yourself a nice cold Bud Light.
We believe in you, buddy. Yeah. He's popping a wheelie in the air. Oh, he should fire a rocket at the Hercules. Cape Cod.
Where did the cigar go?
They could do that. He fell out because he's just jaw hit the ground.
Wait, it gets worse.
So there's another thing, Joe, that inspired Joe, a pilot named Ace. He's what, the wind is bothering his eyes? Oh no. Oh, I need more lactate. Whoa, his acting is top notch. Salute. Oh, that was a close one. We thought we lost you there. He's the steering, the wheel. Whoa. Well, Eric, you want attention.
There you go. Get what you asked for, right?
Save the best for last. That's nothing. Watch what my tank can do.
These guys are still pottering around on this motorcycle. Yeah. What in the heck just happened?
What?
The bad guy you love.
It's just so weird that they would present this as a like a typical hero versus villain property and just not do. I guess, you know, all of the cartoons we grew up on hadn't come out when this came out, but it's not that complicated. You know, have the villains do something bad, have them put the heroes in peril, have the heroes spank them. Like, the villains are just sitting out there in the desert. Are they even villains?
Yeah, you know, you feel bad for them almost. It's just crazy.
Bob says
like
next.
Nobody wants to see something that one-sided.
Bad guys? We don't need no stinking bad guys.
Oh, the medevac.
Ace, there were people in there.
There's just something about the symbolism of blowing up a medevac, even if it was being used by the bad guys. Are they gonna like blow up some small animals now? Bob says next time anyone complains about the '86 Joe movie, Hunter flew a motorcycle into a plane.
Yeah.
Thumb kiss.
Just freeze frame. Oh wow.
That's, I think, the
Megaforce
perfect word
montage.
to describe this movie is wow. The balloons.
Yeah.
What was in them? Were those bowling balls? Like, oh wow.
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, you know, it's crazy because you look at a movie like this, and I'm trying to kind of think of other movies that were about of the same sort of quality slash, I don't know, time period and everything. And I'm thinking things like Ice Pirates. I think we mentioned that one a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And there was like Battle Beyond the Stars, like some of those like Corman films that were coming around that same time. And you know, I'm trying to think of kind of a quality bar that this didn't make it to. And all I can really think of was some of those other movies, at least they sort of had what you might call a story.
A what? Could you please elaborate?
You know, yeah, something that happens that the actors actually have to respond to and a problem to solve.
But Eric,
yeah,
we've got all these cool action sequences. I
You know?
don't know what you mean.
That's true.
I think the problem, Eric, was when someone was explaining what a story was, that the guy just got cut off at something that happens. Got it. All right, no problem. Something that happened. Well, something happened. but
Yeah.
in relation to the characters.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
Because like Battle Beyond the Stars is a great one because it was basically Magnificent Seven in space. It was kind of like Corman's answer to Star Wars, I think, and it had some great actors, and like John Saxon was in it, and all this good, and John George Papard was in it. All these great kind of stuff, and this one didn't really have any of that. Had a couple okay actors. And, yeah. Oh well.
We have to revisit the flying loop.
and
Yeah.
when you do something enough times, it becomes habit, and you can't break that habit. They reuse so many shots. The acting here is spectacular. It's like he's in a massage chair. But they slow down shots and reuse them so much that you don't really need to do that during credits, but they can't help themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep the footage rolling.
It was so good, you're going to want to see it again.
I always thought that this when you see stuff like this, it must be either some editor director being like just is really proud of what he done here, and we need to show it off again. We need to get some mileage out.
Right.
I mean, everyone needs to remember how cool all this was.
Gaz is saying, "Can we adopt this music as the official Patreon tribe theme song?" I think it already was, Gaz. I think it always was. Oh, was he swimming there for a second?
Yeah.
Forgot what set I was on here. This whole blue screen thing will never catch on. Acting in front of nothing. Give me a break. Oh boy. Well, that was a blast. That was
Yeah.
a blue laser blast mounted on the back of a Megaforce dune buggy.
Ooh.
And I think this will
This extraordinarily awkward.
the key grip is just holding her just out of shot.
Yeah.
We ran out of budget for harnesses. Spent it all on colored fog.
Well, in contrast, I think we've done some great ones here. And I'm thinking particularly of is this an after credit scene?
It's just what we've seen already. Are they showing us the exact? It's just a rehash.
Wow. Okay.
Why?
We've done some great ones, and even like Masters of the Universe, there was like some legitimate story there. At least there was something that was happening and some growth from some of the characters, and it's I don't think anything's none of these guys have changed after the
It's
actual
exactly
movie.
the same.
Yeah, they're still going to be just roaring around the desert, blowing
Yeah.
up balloons, and shooting snakes, and that's probably about all they've done.
We got a cool underground base.
Call it the pit. It's under a chaplain's assistant's motor pool.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like this to me seems more like a Robot Chicken parody of G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we've had a lot of fun with this. Let's close off with our favorite parts. Pete, why don't you kick it off?
I got to go with the motorcycle shooting the kids' party balloons during the training scene.
Half hour into the movie, we finally get to see some artillery, and they're blowing up colored balloons. Eric.
I'll go with the shortest military offensive of all time. And the one vehicle vaporizing the three guys.
My favorite is just Ace Hunter. Just the look of him, the gimmick, overblown gimmick thing with the headband, the ascot, the spandex, the stance in the spandex. I mean, some people who wear really revealing stuff kind of have sort of a posture that isn't all out there, and he is like, check me out. So he covers as much ground as he can, literally. So yeah, that was a blast, man. Yeah.
Classic.
All right, boys. Well, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to give a plug to Eric's Instagram, Uncle Deluxe Art on Instagram. Working on anything interesting there?
Let's see. I'm currently working on 2 very small model kits. One of them is the Bandai Rebel Blockade Runner kit.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so I will post up some pictures of that soon.
And Pete, who are you hanging out with underwater lately?
They just have gills. That's
Any? Oh, and I also wanted to ask any updates on ScubaCon.
ScubaCon. It's going to be over the top. We're going to have rainbow colors.
Rainbow smoke. You'll be able to see. You'll be able to find ScubaCon by the rainbow-colored smoke rising up from it. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining, and I hope everyone out there listening had fun watching along. This was a blast. Super awesome, fun cheese fest. I love a good bad movie, or is it a bad good movie? But this is one of the best bad movies or worst good movies I've ever seen. It was awesome, and
Take your pick on that one.
and you might be. We might need to do like an Ascot round table, like Ascot. The round tables are always come one, come all. Everyone's welcome, but I might have to do like one with a little more exclusivity to it, and you have to wear an ascot to join this round table. So
and with a thumb kiss.
Yes. So Patreon tribe, you can watch out for that. Thanks again, everyone, for listening, and hope you, if you can find this movie, enjoy it. Enjoy this commentary, and until next time, everyone, Nerdvist Day and Yo Force. Thumb kiss.